Okay, so 3 really timely pieces of advice to grow your business. Okay, so this speaks to the economy and where we're at in social media and so much more. Okay, so here we go. Number 1. Reels. You know that you need to be creating reels on Instagram, but you might not know how to leverage it to its full capacity, okay? So if you're making the reels, you're taking the time. If you are, amazing, you're already ahead of the game, you're winning, you're putting yourself outside of your comfort zone to create this new content. That's awesome. And you've probably experienced some reels do better than others. Okay, so if you're taking the time to do it, which you are, if not, you need to make sure that you are really reaching as much people as possible by looking at all the opportunities for other platforms as well. So I'm going to walk you through this. Okay. So you create your reel either in InShot. InShot's an app that I often use for editing, or you're creating it right in the Instagram reel making space, okay? Now, before you add the audio, the music, you want to download it to your phone. So if it is a reel that's just pointing and you're adding the music later, awesome. If it's one with your voice, but you're also adding background music, just download it before you are adding the additional music, okay? All right, so now that you have that on your phone, now what you want to do is, of course, you want to upload it onto Instagram and do your best to get as much exposure there by following all the tips, including hashtags, engaging, all those different things. Of course, you want to share it to your stories. So you're sharing your reel to your stories. Okay, so now we have our Instagram reel. We're sharing it to our Instagram stories. Now there are other options as well. I'm sure you know about TikTok and you know that that's an option. You're either using it or you know maybe you could or should, but maybe you're intimidated. Why not just throw it up on TikTok? Okay, even if you're not building that platform, still more people will see it, okay? So you're going to upload the video and then again, you manually add that song the same way you did on Instagram, okay? So we have our reel on Insta, we shared it to Insta stories, now we're putting it on TikTok. Next, there is Pinterest. Okay, so Pinterest, I've just recently added the short form video option to its platform and it's really taking off. So much so where I actually received an inbox this morning from someone who wasn't even following me on Instagram, would have never seen it. I actually know her from many years ago. She's a super successful female entrepreneur and she's seen my reel on Pinterest. Okay, so again, recap. We got our reel on Insta. We shared it to stories. Then we have Pinterest. Next up, we have YouTube Shorts. Okay, so YouTube Shorts is what those of you who are kids, you might find your kids scrolling through them like this, the same way we scroll through Reels. It's really big on YouTube. Now, I will forewarn you, YouTube seems to invite lots of random comments. So if you don't quite have the thick skin for that or don't want to expose yourself to random comment, maybe you're going to skip YouTube. But that is an option that will really increase your exposure even more. Okay. Next up, we also have, where was I? Okay. We have our Insta Reel, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube. There's another one. Hold on. I should have wrote this down. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Facebook personal. Your Facebook personal account has a reel section. Okay, so that's easy. Same thing, same idea. You add the music afterwards. Also, Facebook business has a reel section as well. So that's 7 already. And then if you're thinking about maybe even just posting the link to your most popular reel on LinkedIn, that's another one. On Twitter, that's another one. And there's probably more. Okay, so you can see how there are ways, multiple ways to leverage your reel. So make sure that you're doing that, even just putting it on 1 or 2 additional platforms. Okay. So check, we got that off of the list. Next up, you guys, is the economy. So it's no shocker. We are on our way to a recession. We're already seeing the beginnings of it. That's okay. We can stay empowered. And in previous recessions that I've lived through in USANA, we've done our best. We've had some of our best years during recessions. And part of that is because people are looking for opportunity. Now, previously, you couldn't even get into the USANA game for less than $500, right? So now, of course, we're arriving at this recession and people can really get started with a low to no barrier of entry, and also a low to no barrier of like time and just like mental commitment, right? So I just did a poll on Instagram and asking who was burnt out. Like, so the options were like burnt out or on your way to being burnt out. And it was 80 some plus were burnt out. So in previous recessions, we didn't necessarily have the same mental burnout that we do in this one. So it's really important that we are addressing it in a way where people can easily wrap their head around this. Okay, so I hope that helps. So make sure that you're sharing the affiliate opportunity, the social marketer opportunity, and just making it as simple as possible for people to get started. Okay, lastly but leastly, let me just actually first see if there's any comments here. If you have a comment, just our question. Okay, we're good. We're back. Just send the questions afterwards if you have them. Lastly but leastly, something that I've been sharing with you guys since forever is the importance of actually reaching out to the leads generated from social media. So if you are posting social, so you're doing your reels, your posts, whatever you're doing, but you're not actually manually going through and seeing who liked it, who commented, and making a list of those people to then reach out to and reach out to with your main offer, or reach out to with whatever that reel or post was about, you may as well not do this part, okay? And I really want to drive home that this point in a way where hopefully it really anchors it in, and let me know if it does. Okay, so I've personally been inboxed by high profile people that you guys know as a follow-up to their offerings. Okay, so I've even, this is going back many years ago, but Gabrielle Bernstein, Marie Forleo, okay? So whether it's them or their team, they have a system in place to make sure that those follow-ups are being done, okay? So make sure that you're manually doing this. Here's an actual example just in case you need to see the visual as well. Okay, so there's Denise Duffield Thomas. So she is a best-selling author, multi-millionaire, high price coach. She sells books. She sells entry-level programs. Now I just want to get to where she actually shared this. Okay, so if you were one of her leads for her main offer, the Money Bootcamp, you received an inbox from her. Okay, an actual video message, so you can see she's not all done up. She looks like she's like in loungewear, maybe even pajamas and glasses, okay? So you don't have to look perfect. And she would send a video message to every single person who was one of the leads. That was 700 videos. She reached 10,000 people. Because she's reaching so many people, she had some that were multiple, like many Abby's and many Amy's, etc., right? So she said there were hundreds of Sarah's, Michelle's, Rochelle's, etc. So she actually saved it with their name on it, so that when another Katie, liked her post, they got the same video message. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that we need to do that at that level, but it does speak volumes, at least for me. Let me know if it does for you as well. That if she has to do that, okay, to get those signups, this is not actually for a high price program. This is for a group program. We do too, right? Whether it's for Nutrimeal or whether it's for the affiliate marketing program or anything else, make sure you're doing that piece. Even if it's outside of USANA, most of us are multifaceted entrepreneurs here. If you own a gym, if you own a fitness studio, if you sell a course, if you, I don't know, if you're a makeup artist and someone's liking a tip that's related to an offer you have, do yourself a favor. It's low-hanging fruit and the sales will come from that, okay? The relationships will also be built from that. So I hope these 3 pieces of advice are helpful to you. And lastly, there is a masterclass tonight for everyone, including your guests, on how to be a successful affiliate marketer. So make sure you're there. All right, guys, talk soon. Bye.